now let's get this run started. We have, from this Pandora's box, a Bludgeon, an Immolate, a Carnage, a Searing Blow. A lot of really, really high-cost stuff. We also have a Power Through here for a nice 1 energy big block card. We've got Armaments to go on Feed. And then we have... well, that's what we have. Warcry's okay. If this wants to do anything, it wants to go take a bunch of combats and get as many campfires as possible. Unfortunately for us, that's only 3 throughout this entire act. We have both an early shop and a late shop. We could certainly afford to remove something like Searing Blow, since I doubt that's the direction that this deck goes. Even though we have Armaments in hand, or Armaments, we actually could do a Searing Blow deck if we wanted to. It's just we don't have... like, if we had a 5 Campfire Act 1, that would be much more feasible. But it just doesn't get enough upgrades here. It's nice that we have a small deck for Searing Blow. That is really nice. Eventually, Searing Blow and Feed don't play well together. We should click the medical kit this time? Yes. Agree. And having Armaments Searing Blow in an 11-card deck, that is awfully tempting. Let's see what happens. We don't have to decide quite yet. I'm going to go to this early shop and maybe remove a card. Or do we just go to this one and take an event? Maybe we'll do that. I don't think there's anything like Flash in the last deck that absolutely has to go here quite yet. It's either that or just remove Searing Blow. And I'm undecided. I'm undecided on Searing Blow. It's definitely like here. I don't think I care about it though. You know what? I've made up my mind. I'm going to remove it. Not going to do the Searing Blow thing. Yeah. Yeah. There were an early upgrade on feet. Bishop Stars wants a round of Peggle. A round of Peggle you shall get. Right after this act is done. Feed. Delicious. Go to 79 HP. Body Slam, Combust, and True Grit. Man, True Grit with the Searing Blow. Totally works. Thins the deck down so you can just keep drawing the Searing Blow. We'll take a True Grit. Put that up there. No Armaments for the feed. I'm going to try to wait. Continuing to wait. Continuing to wait. It's for 1 HP. Come on. Oh my god. No, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. It'll definitely be worth it. Oh my god. This is the most troll feed ever. Nailed it. +4 max and current HP. Double Armaments. Oh my god, this is just so perfect. It's so perfect. You can do double Armaments on Searing Blow. scale to the moon. Kind of requires 4 energy. Wow, it's so stupid. I have to try for it, right? I don't think there's another option here. I think we have to try for it. It's so rare. Like, when do you ever get to do this? When should you ever do this? The answer is never. You still vote no? No. It's too late for that. Taking your Dane bucks. I've coordinated with Team Pink for a massive transfer of wealth. I think that means that Bash or Bludgeon could go. Probably Bludgeon. Jawworm. Oh, are you ready? Are you even ready? Searing Blow +1. Searing Blow +2. Oh, man. Now it's Carnage minus. This guy games. This guy games for real. Speaking of Carnage minus, it exhausts itself. Big power move. Big power move. Searing Blow +3? I could do this all day. All right, 87 HP. Go ahead and click the skip button there. We get another shop? Insane. We should take a flex potion? No, because we're going to a late shop. We should take nothing. Didn't play it? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on playing it. I just wanted to see if we could make the number get big. Make armaments say plus? All this cool shit we can't buy. Yeah. It's amazing. The big armaments. We have feed coming up next turn. It says 10 on it. It's a little awkward, isn't it? Alright, let's throw you in the garbage can. Oh. I mean... Armaments. Let's go. 91 max HP already. This is going places. Give me the Exhume. Give me the Exhume. Dual wield for Searing Blow. Oh my god. Look at your badge. Oh, you're on the leaderboard. Nice. Just eking out Moribund. Or a second Searing Blow for our 2 armaments. No, we would need Exhume to really make this get crazy. I don't think it's dual wield. I don't think so. I believe it's just armaments plus. Dual wield for feed. Now that is something I actually didn't think about. Damn. I should have. I should have. Let's throw... I want to take damage here. Yeah, that would have been great. I should have done that. I didn't think about that, to be honest. What? Did not get armaments here? Excuse me? Ugh. I think we just have to immolate. Yeah, we can put feet on top, but we're taking 23 here. That's a lot. Man, now I have... I hope we get offered dual wield again. I'm a little bit sad about that one. I should have seen the light. I thought it was too... I thought it was a little bit too memey, if you will. Okay, it is not here. Pommel strike we do not want. The thief. You think it's pronounced May? I don't think so. Got him. Up to 99 max HP already. Second wind is here. Not do that. All right, the blue slaver. Usually not a problem. Let's throw power through on top. Power through here? We'll take the 2. It's not bad. I'm just trying to keep the deck extremely thin. And it's kind of working. Not terrible. We're weak this turn. We have bash, though. Nice. 103 max HP. Liquid bronze is here. Don't think we want any of this stuff. All right. Maybe just card remove. Spoon for feed. See, dual wield for feed. No. Spoon for feed. Oh, that's interesting. No, I don't think so. We can remove a card here. Yeah, Spoon for Feet's more thematic. I do think Carnage can go. I'm just thinking that this next elite could be interesting. We have 42 HP, like 103 max. Don't believe we need to spend any money buying a potion here. Let's proceed. It is the Gremlin Knob. Spooky. I'm going to use our Fear Potion here. Let's Warcry, and then we can upgrade with armaments. Was hoping to upgrade something more useful than that. I guess we can throw Drew Grid up there. Like half the HP already. $42 is too much. 18. Oh, but the Searing Blow 0. Oh my god, it gets the job done. You might not like it, but it works. 107 max HP. We get some calipers here. Excuse me? You have a build your own barricade going straight into the deck. Now, with the two armaments, I think that just getting True Grit upgraded is good. Also getting a head start on Searing Blow, since it is really slow. But I'm going to do the True Grit here. I know the Searing Blow upgrade, it's got to happen. Really? Throw that on top. Searing Blow +1. Oh. Searing Blow +2. Searing Blow +3. Look at it go, man. Woo, it's so good. What a horrible card. Imagine having fun while playing Slay the Spire. Ugh. Ugh. Searing Blow +4. That says 36. A little Monka S. Let's just drink this just in case. Searing Blow +5. Okay, look. I think you're right. I think if we took the second wind here on floor 11, that looked a lot different. That might have been a mistake. In my mind, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to work in second wind with the 2 armaments going around. It was less so about power through second wind, which we already know is good, and me not wanting to lose my true grit and armaments. At least I tried it. I just wanted to try it. Like, I removed bludgeon. We could have definitely taken a different path through this act and not gone with the searing blow thing. But I never get to go for searing blow. It's admittedly not a very good card and does require a lot of upgrades, and we were only going through 3 campfires there. You know. It's pretty good. It's fun. This is the whole purpose of the Pandora's box. I could not care less if my win rate was 90+%. I want to sit here and have some fun. So if that's not your jam, that's a-okay with me, but let's try to at least keep it positive when we're doing the Pandora's box swaps. I'm not going for 90+% win rate. Could not care less. I'm going to run the exact same prediction on whether or not we will win. Let's see. While you're making your decisions, I'm going to open the box. We'll see what we get. And then we'll do the Peggle run. I could have drank the HP potion earlier, and I could have taken liquid bronze. That's true. You can drink the blood potion outside of combat and do that. Yeah. Very true. I didn't value the liquid bronze very highly at all. I wanted to hang on to the blood potion because we were scaling up our max HP so much. I honestly didn't think the Hexaghost fight was going to go quite that poorly with True Grit in there. And maybe if I didn't play the Immolate so much, that could have helped too. Because all of those burns from Immolate get upgraded by Hexaghost. So, I know. We have Flex, Spot Weakness, and Heavy Blade. Do we dare double down on another mediocre 2 energy Ironclad card? I mean, we'll see what the Spire brings our way. Before we get that run started, we will bump on over to... Oh my god. We'll bump on over to PEWGLE.exe_knights. We are back with the Squidward lady that I cannot remember the name of already. Mariana? The Mariana Trench? My Electro Bolt... Oh yeah, we already did this one. Let's see. Yes? Ew. Now, we've got the perfect electrical trajectory. I don't know if I like this power. I don't know. I don't know if this is the one. It feels a little weak to me. It does. New character, new power requires some elo gains to understand fully the potential. So we'll keep giving it some chances. Oh! Oh. Very close. Very close. Freebie? No freebie? That's a full green bar. That's a full green bar. Somebody please. PopCap robbed me of my free ball. All right. 5 balls left. I think we got 5 orange pegs left as well. Oh. No. And if my math is correct, that means we literally cannot lose. 3 balls. I think this last... Ooh. This is full green bar, dude. We are getting absolutely robbed here. How dare you steal my pogs? Last ball? Can we... Oh! No! Wait, don't restart. We didn't quite get there. We didn't quite get there. This new character is causing me to lose so much ELO. We're about to drop below 3,000 ELO in Peggle. Has not happened in a very long time. All right. Let's take a look at this Pandora's box. Now, the good with the bad, we lost our Burning Blood when we have Offering and Hemokinesis. We do have a lot of strength scaling with Heavy Blade. Let's see if we can make this thing work. Let's see if we can make this work. If we were to remove some cards here, Clash has got to go. Clash has got to go. The Entrench also doesn't do anything because we don't have any cards that say block on them in this entire deck. Yikes. Let's see. Look at the spot weakness, man. All right, we have Carnage Hemokinesis coming around for this turn. And Heavy Blade? My, oh my. All right, Clash number 2. No. Power Through is here. It does say block on it, and blocks for 15? We do this one. This might be a good Offering fight. If we can get around to Power Through, we'll save. It is only draw 3 right now, though. No, but there's a really good chance we're able to kill this back one with the 2 energy. Nice. I miss our feed already. The feed was so good. Power Potion is here. Disarm. We're going against Slime Boss, but it is a block card. It's one of the better ones. We'll throw a Disarm in here. Oh, we're going back to Violet. I missed a redemption. My apologies. Back to Violet. Thank you guys very much for hanging out long enough to acquire all of those Dane bucks. True Grit. Yes. I love a True Grit. Upgrade hungry, but very, very good. I mean, it's I think True Grit is one of those cards. Surprising to see how much it pops up in Ironclad decks. At least to me. Like, it's one of those cards that I used to really undervalue. That as I played more Ironclad, I was like, oh, this card just goes in almost every single deck. It's just that good. Oh my. Okay. I didn't disarm first to try to prevent that, but Lost the 1 and 3. Ruptured. I mean, normally if we had Burning Blood, we already have Hemo and Offering. That's fun. I think I'm going to skip out on the Clothesline for now, though, and we'll keep our other stuff. Let's go... Combat? Let's go Combat. We are pretty strong. You want those sweet Doubter Bucks to feed your family. You know, I can't. I made a deal with Red Team last run. I can't do it 2 runs in a row. That's unethical gaming. Only the most ethical gaming going on here. Nice. Oh my god, please. I think this goes here, and then we do this. Because this is only 30. That's not quite enough. It's only 13 damage. It's nothing. Yeah, Entrench was a full block, but we had the same problem this turn as we did last turn, right? Is this enough? I think this is enough. This goes to 21. Yeah. Clash is active. Headbutt, Iron Wave, Thunderclap. Headbutt spot weakness is good. We'll do that. And let's go in here and see what we can work out. I don't know if I want to double down on the Heavy Blade quite yet. We could just upgrade Flex for now. It does say 0 on it. Scales well with our Twin Strike Carnage and stuff. I'll do Flex for now. That Clash must have been developed really early on. Because I agree, it's like a really pleasing sound effect. Whereas like a lot of these other cards tend to be kind of samey in their sounds. Clash is very pleasant. Okay. Offering seems worthwhile here. Or does it? I mean, this is our next turn if we don't Offering. We have Carnage Kill on the front one, and then we can Spot Weakness, Heavy Blade, maybe Twin Strike, or something else. Headbutt. Let's see what we get first. Not quite enough. So we headbutt back the Carnage for next turn. Which means that it could have been the Heavy Blade instead. And then that was 23 damage, so that one's dead. And then we throw this over here. All right, good job, Fire Breathing. We get a Pantograph. Just in time. Metallicize is here. Battle Trance is just better, though. Yep. One of those click cards. You just click it. Extremely, extremely good. Oh, we have too many upgrades. Are we really doing the heavy blade thing? Well, we're really doing the strength thing, and heavy blade is how we kill bosses, I guess. It's probably better to upgrade. Well, let's see how many upgrades we have. We have 4 more campfires. We have 3, maybe 2 upgrades. We maybe rest here. 2 upgrades before the next elite combat. It's Lagavulin or Gremlin Knob. We already have the Flex upgraded, so I'm going to do the Heavy Blade first. We're always going to upgrade in case this is like a Regal Pillow or something like that. It's a Sapphire Key. Nice. And then I'm going to rest first in case we get a really bad hard pool fight here instead of an event. It's a Relic for HP event. Don't like this here. I'm going to take my upgrade instead. My upgrade's more important. I know. We would have to get at least 2 relics from Tiny Chests, which is very possible this early in the run for Tiny Chest to be worth it. We're doing a fear potion here. I'm really happy we upgraded the Battle Trance because those were not good cards for this second turn, and we kind of just skipped that turn. So we can... I think we just win this turn if we offering saving 2 HP, because we don't win... Let me make sure. We do 13 plus 14, but we're doing 4 here, so this goes to 9. 9 times 1.5 times 2 plus... Wait, do we have it? I think we do have it with just flex. Oh, look at that. We just have it. Nice. Get an Ornamental Fan and Elixir. Second spot weakness is here. Berserk is also here, giving us 4 energy at the cost of some HP. Shockwave being a nice block card. And damage source. Seems good. Yeah. Once you were dead by that event at full HP, I believe I've also tossed a run into the Scrap Ooze event just out of sheer spite. Like, I got so annoyed that the percentage kept going so high that I'm like, you know what? Let's just see how high this number goes. And it goes pretty high if you just keep doing it. Turns out. Okay, what's my turn here? I want to do... We could just Heavy Blade plus Power Through. No strength for next turn is a little interesting. Okay, dropping down into the 20s before Slime Boss can be a bit Monka-esque. There's a Feel No Pain here. Is there a True Grit, Shockwave, and stuff? Seems very good going into Slime Boss too. Let's get an upgrade on what I think is True Grit here, allowing us to target it. Or just the Feel No Pain. Or the Power Through. Do this one. That allows us to get rid of Clash. That allows us to get rid of Clash. Is Clash worse than Entrench? I don't think so, because we can always Entrench plus power through on a hypothetical future turn. If you go face it, so we can headbutt back the power through if we want to. 24 damage is not a lot. I think I will do that. This next turn... The goal for this next turn is to spot weakness, essentially. We get a lot of cards here. Where to even begin? Spot weakness for sure. Heavy Blade says 29 on it. Unless we were to Shockwave. It's probably not worth it. At best, we can do 29 plus 18 plus 12. Do 59 damage. It is barely enough to split. It saves us a lot of HP. We could headbutt back the Heavy Blade. Our next turn is kind of stinky, though. We do have a Flex Plus coming in. It's a really high split. The issue I have is True Grit Plus cannot keep up with all these slimed cards. Battle Trance gets us close with the extra cycle. Battle Trance? I really want the Flex Heavy Blade combo to come out. That is not it. Oh my. Okay, we're both weak and frail now. We have the elixir for some block. I was hoping to get through to Battle Trance before having to do that, though. Why do I use the slimed cards? So we don't have to draw them again. We also have a power in play called Feel No Pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. So we both don't have to draw them again, and we're gaining block from doing that. I think we start down here. Oh, let's keep that one. Yeesh. This fight's going on for too long. Oh. All right, no problem. There it was. All right, I mean, this was always going to be somewhat of a problem with trying to do a Heavy Blade style deck. We have Impervious here, one of my favorite cards. in the Ironclad's kit, it just says block a big number. Yes, I'd love to block a big number. We have Runic Pyramid, Astrolabe, and a small house here. Runic Pyramid allows us to line up our spot weakness. We can keep flex for heavy blade. It's good all around. The only problem is with power through, but we can do power through True Grit. The deck is expensive. I think that's a problem. We could also do an Astrolabe. Astrolabe gets rid of Entrench, Bash, and Clash. It's a really good Astrolabe for us. It's just tough to pass up on a Runic Pyramid. And we have Impervious in hand. Yeah, I think this is a great Astrolabe, but I'm going to do the Runic Pyramid. Trendy Kendi wants red. It's been a nice little back and forth with the LEDs today. Had like 2 violet requests, 2 red requests. All right, 379 Spire bucks. Let's see where we end up. What's our AoE looking like? Non-existent. Okay, so the elites in this act might pose us a problem. I think I just want to go to this very early shop. And then maybe even a late shop. Spend down our money and see what happens. These nerds. Jerks. Okay. Oh, I think we just do this. Carnage is going to give us a couple more block. We have no potions to get through this combat. We do have an Impervious to get through, though. A good start. Yeah, truly. Summoning these guys is never a problem. It's fine. Okay, get rid of Entrench. So we're drawing 4 cards. Chance at Heavy Blade here, but we'll have 2 turns to get it. 73, big numbers. Get 100 gold back, second copy of Spot Weakness. Scaling up even faster. It's a little bit goofy. I think it's the right kind of goofy. We don't want to go too deep down that path. Bites here. Now, we don't have Molten Egg. These would all come into the deck unupgraded. We'd also go to 25 cards, which I really don't like. I've been streaming a lot lately. Yeah, kind of accidentally, to be honest. Like, it's a product of the relocation and just kind of being in a job that's occasionally a little more free. So I've been trying to stream earlier as time permits. I've also been getting a lot more YouTube stuff out there and whatnot. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I did just miss last Wednesday. I took 1 day off of streaming, and I've been trying to stream a couple days, or a couple hours every day. I have YouTube content? I do. Yeah, I put my highlighted wins up on YouTube from Slay the Spire, so if you miss a stream, you can either watch the VOD or catch them on YouTube at some point in the future if you're really interested. And then I have my Grifflands playthrough currently being done on YouTube because I didn't think it would make for a really good stream content. So I decided to offload that to YouTube. Let's get rid of Clash, of course. Clash has got to go. The Abacus is definitely here. but it's not really what we're doing, right? I think that the anchor is extremely good for this kind of slow, clunky deck that doesn't have a lot of block in here, except sometimes it does. I'm going to take the anchor, and then I think we're going to skip. I could also see myself taking this Purity and thinning the deck down to next to nothing other than Flex and Heavy Blade. Like, that's a really good thing with Runic Pyramid. Like, we would just get rid of essentially everything. Bash, Hemokinesis, Twin Strike, Entrench. Carnage can go away on its own. And Headbutt. And after we do that, every single turn is Spot Weakness, Flex, Heavy Blade. My thumbnails are on point. I spend a lot of time... I don't want to say. I spend a lot more time than I'd like to on those thumbnails. So thank you. And I do it all myself. I mean, it's always the dream to have help on YouTube content and stuff. But it's tough. It's really tough. I make all that stuff myself, so... Good fight for offering. Not yet. When I make it big. True. Just need to make it big. I mean, this is already 32 damage. Like a 200 person stream. I'm playing the Ironclad. I have not... Okay, so my Ironclad plays really slow. I have not played the Ironclad a lot. Ever. So, I apologize for the slow play, but it is what it is. I'm trying my best. Yo, just win, forehead? Nice. Bad Ends, thank you very much for the gifty. Claiming the third gifty spot on the ladder because somebody else isn't on there. Thank you very much for the gifty sub. Congrats, Zizzy, on the sub. That can't be your first month, Zizzy. Well, anyway, thank you very much for the gifty. The Face Trader. Lose HP. I think HP is kind of at a premium right now. And I personally think starting every combat week and losing a relic would not be that good. I always struggle with the Face Trader event. I know that the potential upside is better than the potential downside. I understand this event, but the face of the Cleric, or Mask of the Cleric, whatever it's called, this blue one on the left, 1 HP after every combat. Yo, 3 gifties. Almost. It's not the way that works. Now you could tie. There you go. Thank you very much for the 3 gifties, my friend. I think I'm gonna leave. I don't want to do this. The upside's really good, though. The upside's good. It is Face of Cleric. At the end of combat, raise your max HP by 1. Okay, so we come out ahead on that one. And only because of that, I feel pretty good about it. Our upgrades. I think upgrading Impervious is really important with the path that we're going towards. We're also going into our hard pool fights. So this blocks out the Snake Plant for a turn, amongst other things. Disarm is very good for that purpose too. There's so many good upgrades. I think this might be more important than this. Yeah, I think this is actually more important right now. We have a lot of things that exhaust in here. We'll go against Snecko with our Runic Pyramid. What could possibly go wrong? All right, I'm back. I did. It was a thank you for the coffee. Yes, the unexpected coffee has arrived. Oh, it didn't. It didn't change anything. That is very unusual. All right, we are weak and vulnerable here. That's not fun. So I don't know if we actually get to kill with Heavy Blade. This is 10, goes to 15. We gain 4. We gain 3. We could also just Impervious spot weakness to get ahead for this turn, and then we can Purity to make sure that we get a full draw. I like that a lot more. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. All right, that says 32 on it. That says 55. 55. 79. Not enough. We do have Offering here to draw 3 cards. Headbutt, Flex, Battle Trance. Is that enough? It sounds good. I mean, the issue is that Flex is not going to cost 0 in all likelihood because it gets redrawn. The cost does not... Or when we redraw it, the cost is going to be changed. So it's not necessarily 0. 1 out of 4,096 odds? Is that real? Nutty. The crazy turn. I didn't realize it was that crazy. All right, let's draw some stuff. That's not great. Now we can Offering here go to 3. We also exhaust this. So it essentially pays for itself no matter what. We also go to 3 energy where we can... I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Go to 2 energy because that costs 1. Force. Force. I knew that. Let's get out of here. Boop. Hey, there's our 1 max in current HP. There's Feel No Pain number 2 if we want it. Just a gift sub to you. You got 2 burbs now. Pink and blue burbs. I really love the Tiki emote that you use quite a lot. It's very good. We should probably click that. It's very good. All right, there's the snake plant that I was talking about earlier. Now, the good news is when we play Shockwave, we'll both weaken this enemy and we'll gain 7 block now. Ooh. Very nice. I do... This offering is giving me some problems. So we're going to 14 block. We're currently taking 4. Actually, Carnage makes it so we take 0 here. We can power through Purity next turn, and that's going to be a full block. So I think we just pass. I'm going to try to save this 6 HP. I actually like this better. Perfect. +1 max HP. I really like a True Grit number 2, but we just took the Purity, so we don't really need a second True Grit for the purposes of exhausting our own cards. It would be for getting rid of status cards. But I feel like after we exhaust the deck down on boss combats with Purity, True Grit should be enough to handle the rest of that. Evolve we also don't really need here. Blood Vial. Thanks. So we get 2 HP at the start of a combat and then 1 at the very end. We have half of a Burning Blood right here. That's kind of fun. I like that a lot. I kind of want to take a nap, but we have a Blood Potion. I don't think we have to do that then. Probably like a Shockwave upgrade or a Disarm upgrade. Disarm for Book of Stabbing and Gremlin Leader. Shockwave for our Slavers, which is going to be a real struggle for us. I mean, this is also good for the other 2 bosses. But let's do Disarm for the Book of Stabbing. Ew. Oh, we didn't draw it, though. We didn't draw it, though. Okay, we're full blocking this turn. Ah, we didn't draw it again. Jerk. And then we're going to have to use our... Okay. I mean, we can use a potion here. If we have to, we could use our Gambler's Brew and just throw everything. We'll draw into... Disarm. Second, Feel No Pain. So we'll draw... Okay. I think the mistake here is doing nothing. So... Oh, never mind. It would have to be like Spot Weakness Impervious. Then Carnage goes away. So that goes to 5 cards. We draw 5 next turn. We get a full draw. And then we always have Purity plus maybe Feel No Pain, Disarm for block next turn. Yeah, I think the strength gain is just going to have to be good enough. Very nice full block. We could Offering here. I think I'm going to Offering maybe next turn. Maybe not. We don't even have to. We're doing quite well stacking up our block. But we're also not doing anything. we need to actually do some damage at some point. Which I guess is just offering, right? Like, I don't really want to. We're close to just winning outright. If we gain 6 strength, this is already at 96. Be plus 30 damage. Plus 45 damage because it's vulnerable. I think it's just offering. So if we do spot weakness, we could twin blade, heavy strike. The only alternative here is to power through True Grit, spot weakness. Yeah, it's a kill if... Okay, so it's a kill if we use offering. I'm trying to find a way to not use offering. Oh, wait, we can draw flex. We can draw flex. I did not think about that. The deck is so small, we guarantee the flex draw. Oh. There it is. Nice. Get a Juzu bracelet, a smoke bomb. I think we're good there. Let's go to this campfire here. I'm going to smith one more card. We're going into collector. Dropkick for the potential infinite. Okay, so I had a dropkick infinite. This is actually what sent me into a spiral to just doing Pandora's box runs. I had a straight Ascension 20 Ironclad start. I had Bash plus Shockwave plus 2 copies of Dropkick, and I had removed enough cards to where I could do the Dropkick Infinite. I had 2 Dropkicks in there, if I didn't say that. I go into the Guardian fight thinking, okay, I just need to draw Dropkick or... Did I say I have the Abacus? I have the Abacus too. So, like, the heart fight is already solved. Abacus, Shockwave, Bash, 2 copies of Dropkick. Like, the game is over. We already win. Go into the Guardian fight, and I have a 12-card deck, I believe, at that time. Draw 5 on the first turn, 5 on the next turn, and die because the bottom 2 cards were both Shockwave and Bash, so I couldn't apply any vulnerable, and I couldn't do enough damage to break Guardian. So, like, I was so salty after that loss because the game was already won, that I started doing Pandora's box swaps endlessly because they're just more fun. They're just more fun. Yeah, that one was painful just because the deck was already so thin. We had all the pieces we needed. Just couldn't bottom deck those 2 cards, and we did. All right, what am I doing? We're going into an elite combat and a shop. So we're upgrading a card. Would I ever do Snecko swaps? I would lovingly copy what Baylor has done with some of his ladders. So I would try to do like Snecko swaps all the way to Ascension 20 or something like that. I wouldn't mind just having a night where we do straight Snecko swaps or whatever. I think the Pandora's box just opens up like an infinite, seemingly infinite number of possibilities. So that's why I've been doing them so much. Whereas Snecko is like, okay, you're just doing Snecko. And it just kind of stops there. So, but yeah, I would definitely consider it. What are we getting rid of? Bash. It's Bash. It's worse for enemies with multiple hits of Artifact, but by the time that's going to matter, hopefully our Heavy Blade is so stacked that shouldn't matter. Or at least that's the plan. Good. Let's get rid of that guy. Let's bring back... let's just do Battle Trance. So next turn, if we're attacked, maybe we get to our Impervious or whatever we need. Is this a good Purity hand? I don't think so. What would we would Purity, Hemo, Entrench. That actually could just be good enough. We don't have to always Purity 3 things. I just don't want to, like, not draw cards next turn. Carnage goes away. We're currently drawing 2. Yeah, let's just do that. And then we draw a full 5. It's a great block card, though. Look at that. It's 20 block out of nowhere. No, Haunted, okay, so I also wanted to do some Prismatic Shard stuff, and I may still do it. I tried to do something unique, because there's a lot of people doing Prismatic Shard stuff now, and that's great, but I wanted to kind of put my own spin on it. And the way I was going to do that, I was going to try to make a run where I had to pick only colorless cards, because from Prismatic Shard you can get colorless cards as well as the other class stuff, and I wanted to see if I could make it work to where, yeah, you just pick colorless cards, whether that be like Flash of Steel or Finesse or Panic Button or Mayhem or whatever it is. And I thought that could be a really fun, cool idea. Unfortunately, it doesn't work because you can't guarantee the card rewards from Prismatic Shard to be colorless. If you could, that would be incredibly overpowered. But I thought I'd get a couple of them and try to struggle through it. And then I tried to do Pandora's Box plus Prismatic Shard, then only picking colorless cards. Also didn't work. But I would not mind doing some swaps like that. Just doing Prismatic Shard. It'd be fun. This offering is interesting. It's getting stuck in my hand a lot more than I thought it would. See where we're at? 118. What if I just had to take colorless cards when you saw it and can take whatever if there's not one on offer? It's certainly interesting. I'll be honest, I don't know how to make it work because the colorless cards, so I did a few runs and like I made it all the way to Guardian one time, only seeing Impatience, and I picked Impatience. I upgraded it. That was another rule that I made for myself. I had to upgrade my colorless cards, but you can't guarantee the quality of those colorless cards, and it's not always good bad. Sometimes it's just bad. Like you want to kind of ride the line between fun and enjoyable and winnable and kind of go that route. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's good in certain situations, but I'm not sure it's good bad. I think it's bad a lot of the time. Speaking of Dropkick Infinites, Sundial is here. That's fun. I'm thinking about this Barricade because we already have Entrench in here. We have Impervious with 2 copies of Feel No Pain. That's a way for us to actually maintain our block, play down these cards in our hand, play our power through. with our True Grits. I think this Barricade's pretty good. And I think that means we have to upgrade Entrench, because it's extremely expensive on a 3-cost deck. I mean, Barricade gets in play almost always with Offering, unless we get it on turn 1 here against the Collector. What about custom runs? So I had also thought about this. Like, what if I just trade my strikes for Swift Strike and my defense for Good Instincts, but then the game gets to be like way too easy because you've just upgraded all your strikes and defense. They're still not great cards, and I just don't know. Like, it's too easy. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I wish that we could... Okay, here's what I want. I wish that we could have the Busted Crown effect, so we get one card, but that card is always colorless. That might make for something interesting. I still think it might be too good, but it would be interesting. Yeah, exactly. What if we just wanted to win every run? That's the problem, right? Like, it gets to be too easy. You have to avoid it just being too easy. The thing with Pandora's Box, I think if you were to spend more time on these runs, you could easily push like 90+% win rate because strikes and defense are bad. You could always make something work out of what you get. I'm trying to have a little bit more fun with it and go for more meme-based stuff, but you know, Pandora's Box is also close to that. If you got the 4th energy from Busted Crown, that might also be too good. Yeah, those cards are absurd by comparison. Exactly. Like, I really tried to make this work because it is June after all. I wanted to do something kind of fun on like a weekend day with Prismatic Shard, but yeah, I just couldn't quite get it to work. Okay, so I think it's Entrench or Barricade. Go with Entrench. Entrench went from bottom tier to top tier real quick. We've got Headbutt in here for Entrench with Battle Trance. Oh, Pantograph. I almost forgot about Pantograph. I actually think I was supposed to leave Twin Strike in the discard pile. It's all right. Should be more than enough Blanc. Okay, I still think that we can't do the Offering. This 30 block on its own for 2. The alternative is to like Gambler's Brew. What? That's super fucking sketchy. All right, well, we'll ignore that. Sorry, that was somebody trying to hack my Twitch account. Nice. Let's commit to the Gambler's Brew. I think that's fine. It gets gets the barricade in play, and then we can impervious for future turns and start doing entrench things. Gets us to purity faster. And we know we're doing this combat anyway. Okay, actually, you know what? Now we don't have to. Very nice. We get barricade, and we can still do this. Already Twin Strike? Twin Strike's pretty good for us, but I think we just heavy blade things. Okay. 70 block, and we have Entrench for next turn while we are frail, etc. We have Trench. Entrench. Oh my god, we have the combo. Okay. Accidental Greatness. We have Entrench. Headbutt. Battle Trance. Entrench. Huge. Absolutely huge. Let's get rid of this and begin the scale. Oh, Sundial's getting in there too. We get so many Sundial procs once this deck gets smaller. So we can just keep doing it, right? Like, we can just do this. It'd be nice if we had another source of draw other than Battle Trance so we could keep going. Oh my god, Sundial again? Nutty. No potions used. This is what I'm talking about. This is so good. So we're at 1 Sundial proc. Does this work? It procs Sundial multiple times? Why does it do that? Is it because the no draw? I don't understand why it's doing that. I mean, I get that it's trying to shuffle twice, but I guess I don't understand why it's trying to do that. Like, Acrobatics doesn't work that way. Acrobatics is only ever 1 hit on Sundial. Why is Battle Trance 2? Have I completed all the Steam achievements? Yeah, I did the Steam achievements a couple of years ago. They were great. It's been a long time since I've thought about them or revisited them or anything like that, but I thought the Steam achievements were really well done. Every draw mechanic does this? Really? Huh. Interesting. See, that was 2 hits on Sundial. Okay, you know what? It's rare on the I guess it's most rare on the silent, where I've spent most of my time, because you can do recycle things. It's very rare that I have less than a 10 card, hand, basically, between the draw and the discard. Interesting. So every time it fizzles the draw, it procs Sundial. Exhume good? Exhume seems really good. Double tap seems just unnecessary. You get Exhume, Impervious, Shockwave, Purity. Yeah. It's Exhume. Really interesting, though. That's where the Pommel Strike Infinite comes from. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, so we have Ding Dong Crack the Dawn, the Calling Bell for a common, uncommon, and rare relic. Also have a Cursed Key. We have the Sapphire Key, so we'd skip one relic to do that. We also have Coffee Dripper with the Blood Vial and Face of Cleric. And Pantograph. Lots of reasons to go Coffee Dripper here. I need energy? Absolutely. We need energy to get going, and then apparently we have a bajillion energy every single turn. And I mean 5. There's a sanity check to prevent infinite shuffling. Okay. Interesting. Always more to learn about Spire. That's the thing that I always tell new players, like, the game is as complex as you want it to be. You can sit here and just play the game and have fun with it, but it's a surprisingly complex game. The more time you spend with it, I've never run out of things to learn. Like, every single time I play this game, it's like, oh, I didn't know that worked that way, or whatever. My friends are playing Ranch Simulator without me. Jerks. I want to simulate my own ranch. Eviscerate bug? Wait, what was the eviscerate bug? Gotta look at this clip real quick. Oh, the nightmare thing. Right. Let me go like this. 1 second. I'll show the clip here in just a moment. Because I understand at least what made this bug happen. We've had a few interesting bugs recently. Here's the clip that was just linked in chat. So what's going to happen here is we're going to make Eviscerate cost 0 after discarding some cards. And then we're going to Nightmare it. I think we get it with Bullet Time here. So Bullet Time is going to make Eviscerate cost 0. And then we're going to Nightmare Eviscerate, which is then going to make it cost 1. So it goes back to its original cost before Bullet Time. And even though Nightmare doesn't say that it's creating a copy of the card, I think it still does. I think the card that gets generated back into your hand from Nightmare is technically a copy of the original card, at least as far as I understand it, which means that because it was a copy of the original, it was not affected by Bullet Time, and then it goes back to 1. But it's very strange. I don't think it should work that way. I believe there's other instances of cards. What is it with, like, Master Reality? You can check that stuff. Because would that be a way to check it? So if you Nightmared a card and you had Master Reality in play and it wasn't upgraded, then Master Reality should upgrade it if it was a copy, right? See, the game's weird. I'm warning anybody out there. If there's a lot going on, you can spend a whole lot of time learning about Slay the Spire. You've been warned. Yeah, the duplicates, so the card says that the duplicates are next turn, but it turns out to not entirely be telling the truth. It also generates a duplicate into your hand in that moment. Very strange. So we know Barricade needs to say plus for this reason, so I don't have to keep using Offering. I mean, I think we just win. we have anything to exhume here? Exhume. Purity. No. This is fine. This is already going to do 43. It might just be a kill with this. Yep. Doink. Get our 1 max HP. There's Body Slam. But Body Slam, even though we go to 999 block, it's not really how I want to win this run. We skipped the Body Slam in the last run too. It does say plus on it. Man, that's tough. We're trying to win this run with just Heavy Blade. I'm going to skip it. Bloodletting is a nice way to get our Barricade in play. For the memes? Kind of for the memes. I also think it's more interesting and more fun. Do some Mind Bloom farming here. I don't really care about these combats outside of 1 HP. Yeah, you could have my Hemo. Nice little card remove there. This looks like death. Ugh, these have not been very effective floors. Hey, we get Mind Bloom. Cool. If we had shops to go into, we could reasonably, with True Grit and Purity in here, take the 2 normalities. I'm not certain that I would, but we could. This is an absolutely terrible fight for us. We're on 81 max HP. Turn 2 Hexaghost is calculated based off of your current HP. Very spooky. Spook factor 5. Get rid of that guy. I want to find things to Purity, but it's probably going to end up being these burns. That's okay. We're going to keep scaling up with the Heavy Blade. I know that spot weakness headbutt is pretty good, but I mean, we have Runic Pyramid and like 10 cards in total. So we can do the Sundial thing. If I understand this correctly. So this should proc Sundial. It does. That is nutty. All right, we get a Lizard Tail. Excellent. We're 1 extra life, 40 more maximum hit points to play around with. Cool. Liquid Memories I like quite a lot, allowing us to Liquid Memories back our Heavy Blade or something. Red team hates Lizard Tail. I don't know what I like more here. We have Anchor for turn 1, meaning like Block Potion. Like Block Potion plus Entrench is really good. Gambler's Brew. We do have a fair amount of card draw. This feels wrong, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We're gonna go against 1 floaty boy with Barricade, Feel No Pain on turn 1. Very nice. Blocking. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-ba. I don't know if I've ever just come out and said it, but sometimes I listen to something other than the Slay the Spire soundtrack while I'm streaming on the stream, because I'm worried about how much I've actually listened to this soundtrack. It's not good for my sanity. I'm gonna start dreaming in the Slay the Spire soundtrack. Ah! Enya, the Orinoco Flow. If only. Maybe someday DMCA will be a little bit more kind and we can listen to some Enya on the stream. You remember Tony Braxton? Bring it back. Bring back Tony. I missed the Tony Braxton stream. Peace Pipe? Very good. Ghostly armor's here. It says ethereal, so it always just kind of blocks on its own. Honestly, I don't know how much we need, like, a ghostly armor here. Or Snicks. Oh no. Be driving and do hotkeys. Wow. I already do this. I already do, and I have Tetris effect from this game. Sometimes when I talk to people, I think I only have 3 energy, and I spend 1 energy for each action phrase. It's annoying AF. Pommel Strike's here for the infinite too, but I'm just gonna skip. Now, do we recall or toke? We have how many campfires? 3 campfires to go. Toking would allow us to remove something. The deck is actually pretty good at 21 cards. We could toke away Carnage just because I mean, it goes away on its own, but we wouldn't then have to draw it through the first cycle. Twin Strike could also go. With 2 copies of Spot Weakness, I don't really think I need the Headbutt either. I've just been kind of using Purity on it. I'm going to recall first. I think we're in an okay position to take on a maximum hit points. Reptomancer. Oh my god. Extremely Monax. Yeah, Carnage blocks for 7 eventually. It's not bad. This is 100 damage coming in. My god. I block for 148. Character's so stupid. This is like Watcher levels of stupid. What does this even mean? I love it. Like, I think that Catalyst is that card for the Silent that sometimes just gets kind of stupid. It's fun to play around with Entrench. I kind of feel like that's this card for the Ironclad. I'd actually exhume back the Impervious. I wouldn't go so far as to say we're falling behind on block with 52 on deck. But I wouldn't exactly say we're ahead either. Especially considering that we haven't scaled up our strength at all yet. Really, I mean, we put 5 energy to use all the time. Second wind would be pretty good. I'm just wondering if we even bother killing these daggers. That's what I'm stuck on right now. Or if we just go for Reptomancer. It stops a wound from going into the deck. Blocks for 25 next turn. 9 this turn. Missed the entrench. Yeah, I think we should do that. And then we have a good headbutt entrench for next turn. Do we have... No, we didn't get the battle trance because of these wounds. Okay. All right, I'm starting to believe. Okay. Warped tongs? Yeah, Jacob, to your point about hanging out in other people's streams, I do that, dare I say, too much. I do what I can to hang out in other Spire streams throughout the day. It's a great community. And honestly, I think it's only gotten better over time. We are about to die to wounds here. We can block 2 wounds here. Is that the goal? Or we can try to win over 2 heavy blade twin strikes. I think that risks a brick, though. Ah. Okay. We get there next turn. Whew. Fortunately, headbutt was towards the top. It's another wound. So I was going to kill these 2 to prevent those 2 wounds, and... You know, we got there eventually. This works, too. Whew. Warpaint is here. Burning Pact is here. That's exciting. I don't know if we need the Burning Pact, to be quite honest. It's nice for the status cards we get eventually from future fights to try to prevent exactly what we just saw from happening. So, Nemesis, Time Eater, the Heart Fight to a lesser extent, the Act 4 Elites. It can do silly sundial shenanigans, that's very true, but I feel like in all these combats we've gotten down to fewer than 10 cards with ease. After Purity. Like, I don't think Burning Pact solves a problem that we really have. We do have Trigger Plus. I'm actually going to skip it here. Warpaint, going to hit a couple skills for us. It's going to hit both copies of Spot Weakness. Oh, yes! Oh, man. Called shot. All day long. All day long. Woo! I love this game. Get a meal ticket for no reason. Wow. Can't stop, won't stop playing this freaking video game. I don't think this 20 damage matters at all. Rather just not draw Carnage again. I don't have anything to trigger it here. I guess Exhume? Exhume could go. Don't hit me for 45. Thank you. Do not have Barricade in play. I mean, we can power through and get rid of it with Purity, but just progress the fight. We've got Blood Vial anyway. Still no Barricade, you jerk. But I think we actually have to offering here. To preserve this block. That's okay. Huge. Thank you, Sundial. We will be right back with you. Gonna be a big heavy blade. Oh, the vulnerable wore off, though. Alright. 114. Bottled Flame is here. Third copy of Feel No Pain that does not say plus. I don't believe we have an attack we always want to start every single combat with. Could bottle Carnage so it just goes away faster. No need for a Spiker solution. We are just fine. Yeah, we've managed to avoid using offering for quite a while. It is a bummer to have to use it. Boink. I see this as a problem. No, I don't think I see that as a problem anymore. You block for 30 somewhat easily here. Do this first. I mean, sure. Okay, this is not that. This is the issue with the deck. This is the only issue with the deck. Not that I would ever say that there is one. It can be a little slow. The spot weaknesses, I mean, that's an inherent problem with them. Fortunately, both of them are now upgraded thanks to Whore Paint. If this nerd ever attacks us instead of putting Daze cards into our draw pile, I'd appreciate it. You've been gifted. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging out long enough to get a gifty. Happy birthday. Berserk is interesting, isn't it? 5 energy, and maybe upgrade it. We have 2 campfires to go, which should be 2 upgrades. Just skip it? No, we have sundial. We have sundial eventually. It is. I agree. That's a great way to put it. It's less horrible with pyramid. Doesn't mean it's good. It's just slightly less horrible. There's 34 on it already? My goodness. So it's spot heavy blade. Then feel no pain to block for 3? You could also purity. It's spot heavy blade. Feel no pain. Eat. Does better with tokes than upgrades anyway. Actually, a good point. I would agree. Yeah, we were just talking about that. You're right. We should lean into the peace pipe. No cards toked yet. I see that as an absolute problem. Yeah, you're right. I think it's upgrade, barricade, choke, something. Twin strike, maybe. What? Okay. I mean, we don't have to upgrade Barricade, but I agree going into a time meter fight where the fun might never stop. We might just never get a turn off in that combat. It could be awkward. Okay. So let's choke. Man, I think both Headbutt and Twin Strike are bad. The nice thing about Twin Strike is that it scales better with strength than Headbutt. Like, is there anything... Like, we're not headbutting anything back. I don't think that's ever relevant. Except maybe, like, Headbutt... Heavy Blade, Headbutt, True Grit. Okay, so that is relevant. We'll get rid of Twin Strike. Yeah, and Entrench. Yeah. We'll keep Headbutt around. Just in case. This next turn is always the big spook. All 3 of them can be attacking us. Okay, it's not all 3, but it might as well be. Headbutt did save against Reptomancer. How do we not die here? This is already killing one. So we could do Barricade, True Grit, or we can do Heavy Blade, Carnage. Or we could do Feel No Pain. We could do no Barricade for now. I think that's probably better. Just allows us to draw more. They're trying to give Pantograph a reason to exist. No, we don't need that. No, no, no. Offering? You know what? Let's do it. Let's offering. You're right. We have Pantograph anyway. $51. 141. With Sundial. Strength Potion is here. There's a second copy of Heavy Blade Plus. We don't need that. That's the greed speaking. That's the greed speaking right there. These are all the greed speaking. All right, are we upgrading the Barricade? I think so. Tokes are very good, but we're only on 20 cards. We have Anchor for turn 1. We're going against the Fun Eater as our first boss here. $42 Blanc already. Yeah, we're not really having any problems here. Got a couple cards to play. I think we're gonna go ahead and do our Impervious Quambo combo. Could even throw in some Power Through Spice. Nah, let's do this. 4 more cards to play. Yeah, sounds like a good next turn. There we go, like 1, 2, 3. Can we do 1, 2, 3? I know I want to do this. 1, 2. I'm gonna yeet the offering. That's my confidence level right now. Big, big, big yeet. Go ahead and get that heavy blade back. We're almost at the halfway point. This fight is extremely over. Got him. Hey, nice. 1 max HP. Thanks to Pantograph, we'll get back our 1 missing HP. And begin the fun all over again. I'm gonna ditch the Purity. I don't think this matters in this combat. Headbutt does. Oh, if only we had the Gremlin Horn. All right, this is a great combat for offering. Oh. Yes, Pantograph heals in between boss combats in Ascension 20. Yep. This will proc in between the first and second boss. Very, very good. Why do I get to keep my hand each turn? We have the Runic Pyramid boss relic after Act 1. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Also, very, very good. Only drawing 4. We need to get back to True Grit as quickly as possible. Quick block 16 here. Now, this is only drawing 3 cards, but one of them is Entrench, one of them is Heavy Blade. So this bird should be dead next turn with this Flex in hand. And we need to start laying down these spot weaknesses so we can just get out of this combat. Dead bird noises. All right, we are essentially out of this combat as well. Rid of that one. Does Heavy Blade's animation scale? I can't remember. I don't think it is. I know Searing Blow does. So Searing Blow and Glacier, or not Glacier, Searing Blow and Blizzard, both animations scale depending on how many times you've increased them. I don't think Heavy Blade does. So you can get a huge Glacier. And it looks pretty cool. What's the Shuriken buff? Unawakened. This enemy hasn't awakened yet. It's ominous. I was helping a buddy of mine through his first run in Slay the Spire, and he got the awakened one on his first combat. And he's a Magic the Gathering player, and he's like, I don't really like how I don't know what the enemy's going to do. And this is one of those instances. The bird is back. Egads. The bird is back. Sundial on 2. Boink. We will move on to Act 4. Approach the door. Up to 90 hit points. All right. So we can upgrade a card here. We can also toke something away. I think upgrade on Feel No Pain is fine. Upgrade on Impervious is pretty good. Eventually, we don't need it. But it is nice. Toking away Carnage just means that we don't have to draw Carnage. And that's pretty good. It does go away on its own. So for that reason, it feels a bit unnecessary to toke away the Carnage, and I'd rather just upgrade Impervious. Ding, ding, ding. Thanks, meal ticket. All right. So, honestly, I don't think we have a lot of interesting stuff here. We can just pay to remove the Carnage that I was just talking about. That's perfectly reasonable. Abandon run too easy. The reasonable request. Get rid of Carnage and maybe just take a Strawberry. Because I don't think we need anything else here. Second Purity is definitely a no. Damn. Do I want a Dex Potion? No. No. Okay. We've made it. Yeah, the self-forming clay is great. Like, don't get me wrong. I like it quite a lot. It's probably worth more than 7 HP from Strawberry. Keeping that block around. Oof. Don't know if that was correct. In case we get the, in case we get the impervious. We didn't get the impervious. All is well. Oh, this hand sucks. We can Purity the burns. Shockwave doesn't do anything for us in this combat. So we can get rid of that as well. True Grit. Okay, so we could Shockwave disarm True Grit. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Yeah. And then we gain 3 block off of that. $11 block on that disarm. Okay, Purity burn? Did we Purity headbutt? Headbutt brings back the entrench. And then we potentially have offering to just draw it real quick. Get rid of second spot weakness. Just do that. We have Pantograph. Is flex important? Important's a very strong word. I would not call it important. Okay, we did not get the... we did not get the offering. Probably using Exhume for disarm now, which means we should turn with spot weakness. Or we Exhume the impervious. I mean, that's a lot of block too. And then we can entrench potentially. Yeah. That seems good. Currently drawing 4 cards. Let's make sure it's 5. Thank you, Sundial. Still did not get the entrench, but offering is here, which we can use for sure with the Pantograph, assuming we don't take any more damage this combat. Oh, we get another Sundial proc here. I think this is free if we do that, right? I think 89? Extremely weak. It's a fair criticism. Flex is not that important with the 2 spot weaknesses. It's fair. Let's go like this. Look at that. We couldn't do 144 damage without the flex there. You can't even argue that one. Pick up a Ginger, can no longer become weakened. Colorless Potion is here. Pommel Strike Plus to try to get us more Sundial procs, but honestly, we don't need it. I don't think we need any of this. I mean, the Burning Pact... No, we don't need Burning Pact. Party Pact? No, we passed on it up until this point. We're going to stay at 19 cards. Move on to the Heart Fight. We have 2 Strength Potions here. We got Barricade on turn 1, along with this copy of Shockwave. Don't have a lot else to do this turn. But we'll hang on to this 6 block. We'll make the Heart weak for the next couple turns. So Purity is here to hit Wound, Burn, Slimed, potentially. If it just hits Burn, I think that's good enough for me. Because we can True Grit the Wound, we can play Slimed, not a big deal. Scaling. We don't need Limit Break. Limit Break is overkill in this deck. This does 81 damage. Let's get it sorted. I believe we exhume back the Impervious so we can get our Entrench going. Sounds right. Said so we can get our Entrench going. Then the bottom 4, which means if we're drawing Entrench, we're drawing Void. So we can't actually do it this turn. Unless we Offering. Okay, if we feel no pain... No, the fight is... This one's not guaranteed. Anything could happen. A nail biter of a combat. Gain 2 energy here, so it's Feel No Pain, Offering, Impervious, Entrench. Egads, I did not expect this outcome. What will we do this turn? Oh, Team Red. Team Red, heavy sweats right now. I don't know what to tell Team Red. It's not looking so good for you. We're at 24 strength. Heavy Blade already almost damage capping. Oh, but it's not attacking. Doubters in shambles indeed. Scaling! I mean, you remember when we were offered Body Slam Plus? And you're like, I don't know. We do go to 999 block. No, we didn't need it. Body Slam Plus just got in the way. Got him. Perfect Lizard Tail Preservation. That was almost 2 in a row, except for that Searing Blow run. That doesn't count. So basically 2 in a row. Nice. It turns out red Pandora's box swaps are pretty cool and pretty dang good. We're going to be working these into the rotation permanently. So good. So good. So good. We haven't gone infinite on the Ironclad yet. We're going to be looking out for those. But Pandora's box swap, we have... Let's see what made it to the end. Offering was like a minimal impact towards the end of that run. That's all right. Entrenched, huge. Huge component of the last couple runs. Spot weakness, we leaned into it. We got a second copy. We made them all say plus. Real good war paint right there. Lizard tail keeps its color. Wonderful. Wonderful. Save a lizard somewhere else. We get to keep this one. We can resell it on the market for 300 Spire bucks. Pantograph field 78. Real nice. You know, interestingly, Ornamental Fan, not that important in this run. We got it very early on. Didn't lean into it really at all. 0.057 block per turn. Runic Pyramid is here. Anchor, I think we bought the Anchor, and I think it was a great pickup. 10 block on turn 1. We didn't find the Bag of Preparation. I mean, that's kind of, I keep saying that, but it's one of my favorite relics in the game. I love a Bag of Prep. It's a great way to do any run. Blood Vial, 21 HP heal. Juzu Bracelet, lull, 0 combats avoided. Sundial actually ended up being 0.5 block per turn. That's interesting. Real good. I mean, we didn't really thin the deck down for a few turns, and I learned something new today about Sundial. I didn't realize it quite worked that way with Acrobatics and the other draw cards. Coffee Dripper, easiest choice of my life. The Peace Pipe, toking away 2 cards, helped quite a lot. And then we removed the Carnage right here. Yeah, 19 cards. These Pandora's boxes, if anything, allow us to show... Like, maybe we ended up with this exact same deck. Let's pretend. We ended up with this exact same deck in another world, but it just was a little more clunky. We had some strikes and defends left over in there. They were in the way, inhibiting us from drawing into our Barricade on turn 1 for all the fights that mattered. And that's what makes these P-Box swaps so good. Good run.